Hey, it's Aran here. In this tech tutorial, I just want to explain what does it mean to connect two softwares together. Usually, if you are in Facebook groups and things like that, you might hear people say you need to use Zapier to connect the two tools. Or you might hear you need to embed something in the website, embed the form on your website. These are the two things you might hear. Now I want to explain what these are. So Zapier is basically a tool, a software tool, that what it does is it connects two softwares to each other who don't talk to each other independently. So what this means, I want to give you a visual, I want to give it to you in plain English, okay? So this is a power bank. Okay, and this power bank has different outlets, right? Now, this power bank, I wanted to charge this iPhone. Now, this iPhone has this specific outlet. Now, if I was, for example, to try and connect these two, they don't talk to each other on their own standalone. That's what your software tools could be. Now, in terms of what software tools we're referring to, there is different examples. There is a software called Thrivecart, and Thrivecart, what it does is you receive payments on Thrivecart. Now, let's just say you are using Thrivecart. Let's pretend this is Thrivecart. You receive the payment here, but your membership is on a software called Mighty Networks, which is here. They don't automatically talk to each other, so you need something to connect between them. This is where Zapier comes in, and this is Zapier, okay? So you would connect Zapier right here to Thrivecart, and you will say when a payment is made in Thrivecart, then give access to the new member in the members area in Mighty Networks. This is an example. Another example is Squarespace and ConvertKit. So an example is if you are using Squarespace for your website, but you are using ConvertKit for your email marketing, technically they don't talk to each other on their own. There is no way to connect the two together. So you're going to basically, we're going to pretend that this is Squarespace, and you're going to create a form so somebody can enter their name and email in Squarespace to download your freebie. And you're going to tell Zapier, okay, once that form has been submitted, somebody enters name and email, I want you to tell ConvertKit, I'm going to plug it in, tell ConvertKit to send the first email with my lead magnet. That's what that means. Now, there is other software tools that they talk to each other directly. What it means is that there is already an integration, so those two can connect automatically, basically. And this is what is known as a native integration. So an integration that they don't require a third-party tool like Zapier. And typically these connections are a lot easier to do. Whereas Zapier costs money as well and does require more, it does cost money and it is a little bit more complexity to it. But native integrations makes it that you can connect the two with just a code. You grab a code from a software like ConvertKit and you put it on another software. An example of that is Kajabi and ConvertKit. ConvertKit, there is like a specific code, and you grab that code from ConvertKit, they give it to you, and you basically copy that code, paste it into Kajabi, and they automatically talk to each other. Now they're talking to each other, there is no need for a third-party integration, they do the talking directly. And usually that is done through something called API. And I think it's called, it stands for Application Programming Interface. All that means it's literally a code. Just imagine a bunch of numbers, ABC123ZYX. Literally a code of like 10 digits or 20 digits or whatever. You get it from ConvertKit, you copy it, you paste it, you put it in a specific area in Kajabi, and the two things talk to each other. For example, with Thrivecart, which I mentioned earlier, which is the checkout software. So Thrivecart, they accept payments, and they have native integrations with other tools like email marketing softwares. For example, MailerLite, okay? So again, MailerLite, you will get a code from MailerLite, like a little code, some digits, you copy it, you paste it into Thrivecart, and now when a payment is made on Thrivecart, the person gets added to an email list in MailerLite, and you can trigger an email, and there's no third-party connection. So that's what that means. That's how that looks like. I know this can be a little bit complicated to understand. I'll probably do a little visual to explain it maybe, but hopefully that kind of gives you a bit of an analogy on what does it mean when somebody says, how do I integrate X software to another software? What is native integration when they talk to each other directly? What is a Zapier integration when they connect with a cord? Another software that does that integration with the cord it's an alternative to Zapier. It's called Publi Connect. That's another example. It's just a competitor. They do the exact same thing, just less feature, different pricing or whatever, and so on. So that's that. There is other ways where you can integrate, and that's more common for email marketing and also for checkout, stuff like that with Thrivecart. And what it means is that instead of the checkout page in Thrivecart being built or the form being built on a specific software, like for example MailerLite, they basically give you a piece of code, and that piece of code you copy it, you paste it on your website, and then it's not really connected, it's already kind of inside it basically. So I don't have a really good analogy, but it just makes it that you don't have to have the cord. It's just a way to avoid having to have the cord in between, and it just makes the experience a little bit more seamless. So there you go. If you want to learn more, or you don't want to deal with all this tech stuff and you want to just get somebody to help you personally with getting this done, I have a tech support membership. You're welcome to connect with me further to learn more about it, to see if I can help you depending on what software you're trying to connect and things along these lines. I have a virtual assistant team that does these things as well. So if you want to learn more, you can just check out the link below wherever it is you're watching this video. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you found this video helpful. I'll speak to you soon.